What is up, everybody? It's your boy at DFS Jimmy, bringing you another early week course preview from our friends over at fansharesports.com. That's right, the guys over at fansharesports.com are doing all the work for you. They are listening to every podcast, they are reading every article, aggregating all the sentiment from around the industry, and putting it into one easy-to-use place for you over at fansharesports.com. Make sure you get over there and check those guys out. While you're at it, make sure you give me a follow at DFS Jimmy on Twitter. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the like button. We'd certainly appreciate it. Now, we are going to get into Sedgefield Country Club and the Wyndham Championship for this week. First, since we are coming off a major, I do want to send a big shout out to this guy. Big ups to Brooks Koepka, notching his second major of the year, his third major of his career. Dominant fashion, oozing confidence all the way down the back nine. Brooks seemed unflappable even with the big cat chasing him down the back stretch. Really exciting golf to watch for the close of the PGA Championship. Really exciting stuff. Congratulations to Brooks. Nothing but big things to come for him, I'm sure. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's get into what everybody is here for. And that is Sedgefield's Country Club. Actually, before we get into the card, let's just take a look at Sedgefield. This is the 18th. Sedgefield is a par 70, Donald Ross design, pretty old school course, 1926. Bermuda grass greens, plays just over 7,100 yards on the scorecard. So very much a short technical type of track. Similar to last week's course, Belle Reve, in the sense that you do need to find the fairway here, so you have an opportunity to find the proper side of the green or proper quadrant of the green. The greens are about average size here, but there seem to be more three putts here at this course than on average, and I think it's just because of the distinct quadranting and sort of undulation of the green. You can't be in the wrong spot and hope to have an opportunity around this golf course. So you do have to find the fairway, and you do have to use that to your advantage to access the correct quadrant of the green for that day. They'll move the pins around every day as normal, and so you're going to have to play to both sides of the fairways on some of these holes in order to find the right side of the green for that given day's pin position. So it is on the more technical side of the course, especially more so than what we've seen recently. It does tend to be a bit of a birdie fest year in and year out, although maybe play a little bit tougher this year. We'll see. But we're going to touch on the course. We're going to take a look at our ATK card, some historical scoring, what it takes to do well at this golf course. Then we're going to look at some of the past champions and some of the past leaderboards here, see if we can find out some correlation to the types of players that have success at this golf course, so we can apply that to our player pool selection this week. So I guess we'll jump into our ATK card, and we'll talk about the two nines first. The front nine is significantly easier than the back nine. As you can see, the back nine almost plays even par. Front nine plays nearly a full stroke under par. A lot of that has to do with the longer par fours seem to be situated on the back nine. We'll take a look at the total course layout here. And as you can see, the par fours make up a significant portion of this golf course, specifically your 400 to 450 yard par fours. There are 8 of them on this golf course, and they average right around par, just under par for the field. So that means the guys that are winning this golf tournament are way overperforming the field on these very gettable par fours. This is very much a course of opportunity with these mid-length par fours. It's about finding the fairway, finding the green, and giving yourself an opportunity. When you've got all these mid-length par fours, as long as you're not putting yourself in serious jeopardy off of the tee, guys are going to have opportunities to birdie these holes. They're not extremely difficult. They're not extremely long. They just need to put themselves in play so that they can have a mid to short iron into a scoreable par four. And really, it's just going to be the guys that convert those iron shots in tight and the guys that convert the putts that sort of carry the day here at Sedgefield. You'll notice that there are 2 par fives, just par 70, and the par fives account for a ton of DraftKings scoring points. In any golfer that's going to be successful or make a run at the top of a leaderboard here at Sedgefield does have to score on the par fives. But when you take a look at the length of the par fives, they're short, man. Like, they're gettable for like everybody in the field. So you don't need to be a bomber to get access to scoring on this golf course for certain. Most of the guys are going to be having a go at these par 5s and 2. You're going to see plenty of scoring on them. And you make sure you're selecting guys that are gonna get birdies on these par fives. You look, if you're making a par on the par fives, only 35% of the field is making a par here. Everybody else is scoring. Lots of eagles here are had. 5.7% are going to eagle the fifth, and 3.9% are going to eagle the 15th. So key for DraftKings is par five scoring for sure. Key for actual like being on top of a leaderboard and outperforming the field and finish position points, you're definitely going to be targeting these mid-length par fours. And that's really all this course is about, is just giving yourself an opportunity on these mid-length par fours to have a makeable birdie putt. And to do that, you just got to get yourself off the tee and in play on the correct side of the fairway. So that's what I think. As boring as it sounds, like it really is that simple here at Sedgefield. I don't think there's anything too complicated about it, and you'll see that I think as we start to dig into the leaderboards of the past. But suffice to say, as far as like the breakout in scoring goes, lots of mid-length par fours and 2 very gettable par fives. So there's not a lot to glean from like a type of player here, so much as just you want opportunity. So now to jump into the leaderboards of the past, I'm going to just jump back to 2013. We'll take a look at the last 4 years, and we'll just kind of see, as we like name some names down here, we'll kind of put some trends together and see who's had success here and maybe why. 2013, we had Patrick Reed win, Jordan Spieth finished second, Brian Harmon, John Ha, Matt Every, and Zach Johnson, Matt Jones all round out your T5s, followed up by Bob Estes, Anders Gonzalez, Rory Sabatini, Robert Garrigus, Jim Herman, Webb Simpson, Brendan Steele. What you notice in this top 15, 16, you don't have a single bomber in here. Not one. Nobody in this list is a bomber by any stretch of the imagination. Robert Garrigus might be the closest, but what they all share in common is elite tee to green games, and what the guys at the very top have are all really strong putters. And I think you're going to see strong putting as a theme throughout here. But what seems to carry the day across the top 20s is a solid tee to green game, elite ball striking. And then mixed in there, the guys that find the top 5s and the 1s and 2s and 3s tend to be really strong putters. So that's where we look at in 2013. And you scroll down and you continue to see just more ball striking type of guys and guys that have good putters historically. Just specifically the top 3 here, Reed, Spieth, and Harmon, all very good putters. Matt Every, great Bermuda putter, right? It's like what he's known for in all of his golfing career, being a great Bermuda putter. So I think that let's just jump to 2014 and we'll see what the leaderboard gives us. And it's going to be a little bit more of the same, right? Actually, we'll notice a couple of repeat names that tend to do well here. Webb Simpson seems to like it here, and that has to do with his elite tee to green game. Also a bit of a home game for Webb, happens to be in North Carolina. He is a North Carolina boy. Another North Carolina boy, William McGirt, only a couple hours from where he grew up. But now let's just kind of run down the top 5, top 10 here. Camilo Villegas, Bill Haas, Freddie Jacobson, Heath Slocum, Webb Simpson, Brant Snedeker, and Nick Watney. All those guys none of them are long hitters. None of them. They are all very good ball strikers, very good course managers, and the top 3, again, very good putters. Camilo Villegas, Spider-Man, known for his putting, right? Freddie Jacobson, elite putter. Brant Snedeker here in the top 5, elite putter. Kevin Kisner, a very good putter here in the top 5. Sangmoon Bae, very good Bermuda putter. Back when he was the thing, also a very good ball striker when he was playing. Paul Casey, again, ball striking. Carl Peterson, former champion here, ball striking, decent putter. Robert Streb, all ball striking. So you get the theme here, guys. There's no bombers here. Johnny Vegas pops up as a bomber here in 2014. Moving to 2015, we're going to see more of the same. Davis Love III actually is a bit of a curveball as the winner. Just played exceptional that week, as you can see. But he has an all-around game, more of a bomber than you might think. But Davis Love, one of the great ball strikers of his era, for sure. But the other thing you notice about the players in this is you have a couple of top-tier names at the top of each one of these years. And then you got a bunch of just mixed-in second, third-tier golfers because it's a bit of a weaker field here. And it is sort of up in the air because the course is generic in the sense that it doesn't suit any one particular type of person really well. So it allows any of these in-form, maybe second-tier golfers to compete in fields where they don't have, the likes of the likes of DJ and Tiger and whatnot to chase. So you'll see some names pop up that you may not be used to, and so this is a week to certainly take some flyers if you have conviction about them. But as we work down, Scott Brown, actually a bit of a home game for Scott Brown here this week. Paul Casey, exceptional ball striker. Charles Schwartzel, exceptional ball striker, great putter. Bill Haas again, great course manager, par 4 scorer, great ball striker. Brooks, when he played here, of course, all courses seem to suit Brooks these days. Webb, again, makes an appearance. Ryan Moore, great course manager. Martin Keimer, Justin Leonard, William McGirt again. But again, all great ball strikers, nobody terribly long. So I think the theme here this week is very much a ball striker, course manager, give yourself opportunities type of course. Don't take yourself out of it, because you do have to score to keep up with the field here. So you just have to continue to give yourself opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and that's what this course is about, and that's what these 4 days are about. And this tournament setup here at Sedgefield is opportunities, greens in regulation, and just, the guys that find a few more putts to go in than others are going to be the ones that get it done this week. There is a lot of variety off the tee as well, so players can get aggressive, and that's why you'll see some, as we work through this week, you'll see some people start to tout some bombers and things like that, because there are some areas and some holes where you can get aggressive and the bombers do have an advantage. But I think it bears itself out in the tops of the leaderboards we've looked at that you don't need to be a bomber in order to have a high finish position and have success at Sedgefield. That said, Hideki Matsuyama finds his way, because he is a bomber, finds his way into a T3 in 2016. But then you look right below him, Brent Stegmeyer, Graham McDowell, Billy Horschel, Luke Donald, Siwoo Kim all around him, not bombers at all. However, they are all very good putters and great course managers. Same thing. You worked on Jim Furyk, right? This is a Furyk type course. Just center of the fairway, center of the green, roll a few putts in. Kevin Na, again, just you see the theme, guys. You don't need to be a bomber. You need to be a great informed ball striker, putting the ball in a decent proximity to the pin to give yourself a decent chance to make a putt inside of 20 feet. You just got to do that a whole bunch of times this week. Interesting, just a little side note, like Rafa a lot this week. 2017, just to finish it up, more of the same, guys. Henrik Stenson, the ultimate, fairways and greens type of guy. Ryan Armour, Webb Simpson, Kevin Na, Rory Sabatini, not bombers, exceptional ball strikers, find every fairway, find every green, and they have gotten some, Webb specifically has gotten his putter in shape last couple of years. Davis Love popped up again here in 2017, a bit of a resurgence for Davis Love. Matt Every shows up again, great Bermuda putter, right? Not very good at anything else in the game, at least not comparative to the rest of the fields that he plays in, right? Putting is a strong suit. So we need ball strikers, and you need good Bermuda putters this week, guys. I'm not going to get too much more complicated than that. I do think course history plays a little bit of a factor this week, so maybe give that a bump. But I'm going to be targeting, in terms of stats this week, what I want to target is I want to target maybe fairways gained or greens in regulation gained to maybe get a little bit of accuracy. But I want strokes gained approach. I want mid par 4 scoring. I want par 5 scoring, and I want Bermuda putting, and that's it. I don't want to get too much more complicated. If you want to, sort of grab the overall, strokes gained tee to green, that's fine too. But for the most part, I want to target great iron play, specifically mid and short iron play from guys that are going to hit a lot of fairways and give themselves a lot of opportunities. And then if you happen to be a good a good Bermuda putter on top of it, then you're checking all the boxes and you're making the list for me this week. But that's how I'm going to be selecting my guys, and that's where I'm going to be targeting most of my energy in terms of player selection is fairways and greens, course managers type of guys that happen to be in form. That's it for me this week, guys. Make sure you get over to fansharesports.com. Check those guys out. Give me a follow at DFS Jimmy. Hope this video has been helpful for you. If it has, again, please hit that like button down there. We very much appreciate it. Best of luck this week, guys. We'll catch you next week.